Stream Elements said, Zeus Magus is now live. Streaming software and game development. Day 13 of working on a AAA game with LLMs Gorilla. Happy Friday off-stream updates lurk.
Is a test, and you don't fucking rest till it's working, or close as it gets. You tweak it, you break it, you build it again. That's the rhythm you're motherfucking living in. Shut up and deal. When the pressure gets loose and the room feels electric, you know exactly what time it is. The one is the only Zeus, my goose. Zeus, my goose. All the motherfucking things you can do, all the wild fucking thoughts you produce, when you break out the cage and you burn through the fuse, you start thinking like Zeus. Zeus, my goose. Tell your friends you better start thinking like Zeus. Zeus, my goose. Zeus. Zeus, my goose. Zeus. Zeus. Zeus, my goose.
Woos Magoose. That's a different one. Woos Magoose. Oh, it disappeared. Return? Back. I don't know why it changes so much dramatically. Either I get shorter every day, or I adjust it that much every day. I always want to let the music run. I probably shouldn't do that. Unless people want more of it. I want more of it. But let me get started. I don't have much time today. So the time I do have, I'm gonna maybe build things out a little more. Cool. Start up there. Okay, so we're back. It is day 13? I think it's day 13 officially. Yeah, day 13. So we're coming up on tomorrow, or, well, not tomorrow. Probably no time this weekend. Sometime next week, we'll be hitting the 2-week mark of working on this project, and I'm pretty happy so far. It looks good. I'm excited to show a couple of things that I did from yesterday. I don't remember how many hours I put into it, but I put in a lot of hours to make things work properly. And, well, we have some new elements here. I kind of want to play a game. I want to play Arc Raiders. Like me some Arc Raiders. I might end up doing that. Maybe I just want to show this off as like a brief. That's what I'll do. This will be a brief showing off. So, I was trying to figure out what this was, what I was asking for, this kind of 180 spring kind of thing. And I never really played it, but it was like, yeah, it's got a cool Borders vibe. And I'm like, oh, of course. It's cool Borders, but sliding. So, that's to say, here's what's going on. Character we know as Zach Braff, Vitality 1000, which Vitality is such a weird word to use, can swing. He can swing all sorts of places, but he'll take fall damage. That wasn't that much. And what else could he do? Didn't know he could do this. Did not know he could do this. But I guess we'll come back to that. Alright. So, our protagonist so far has learned how to swing on vines, fly through the sky, hurt himself. He's learned how to go through pass through layers. So that would be open canopy parts that I guess a player could drop through, and they wouldn't know what's on the other side, I guess. And it would be kind of like a drop to explore, and then they could have some kind of like heartbeat detection, so they can see like a thermal heartbeat, or at least like a bump 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 of an enemy moving around. But that would be as a skill was developed. Making shit up on the fly, but I'll remember that. So anyway, so pass through. So when you have an object that the player can pass through, and it glows and turns that color just so it can signify that it is changing and responding. It's responsive. This is the end of the game. That's a portal that works fine. I made it a little bigger. I think it needed to be a little sized up. So, made it big, sends you right back to the beginning of the game. Happy about that. We have our tower, before we go back to these rails. We have our tower that we skinned up. Not well. At least, not the outside. I don't know what's going on with the outside. I have to figure this out. Something's off about how that looks. But that's probably how I skinned it up. So, it looks a lot nicer. Looks a lot cooler. Things are doing exactly what I want them to do. Oh, fuck. Taking damage? I did not take damage. I should have taken some damage there. This is water that would prevent you from taking damage. It's faster to run out of it than to jump out of it. At least for right now. It's easy to just run underwater. I changed the run and I don't like it. There's a run that I'm looking for. Needs to feel a little more natural. Or maybe it's just the overdrive. I don't know. It looks like a... But I want it to be more like a... like an animalistic run. And the reality is, that's going to take rigging and animation. And I have plenty of time for it. But I'm going to develop and conceptualize the game before I start getting into the nitty-gritty of how it's exactly going to look. I tried to change this animation yesterday, and it kind of fucked up Unity for a little bit, but even though it's a very small thing to want to do, wasn't even a big challenge, it's just I'm new to it, so kind of crashed Unity. Anyway, because I kept swapping things in. That's the fair thing to say. This used to be a single vine that would take me up, and now it's just a questionable vine that I don't know if it even matters. It does not matter. Alright. Oh, fuck. That's damage. Okay. Anyway, so there's not much more to that. There's a couple of more vines, a couple more bounce pads, blah, blah, blah. Still have things to improve. So, I worked on these yesterday. And by these, it's several different aspects. So we have a new rail, calling it Vine Rail. This took a lot of back and forth with the LLM. You know what? That's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm just going to make today, I'm going to switch this up and just make it about a recap, and then I'm going to go play some Arc Raiders, because I want to play Arc Raiders. Recap. Short recap of short recap. I should call it a progress update. That would delete. Okay. Progress update. For AAA jungle game. Alright. I think I need coffee. It will help my brain go into overdrive, and I will speak quickly. So I'm best be listened to at 0.8. Alright. Anyway, very excited to continue about this. So we have health. Even though I lose the health, nothing really changes. Which is fine. Things we developed. Yesterday we developed this rail. It's tilted because I wanted to make it tilted, but originally it was flat. And this rail is responsive to your directional push. It has friction, which I adjusted yesterday to make it stop twitching, because it was twitching pretty hard. And I have to actually check out that other curve acceleration. Well, I'll do that later. Okay, so it says pro border, and I need to get rid of that because I don't want it to say pro border, but that's fine with me. Grind max speed, grind acceleration. Where is it? Grind friction. 0.098 was the perfect number for me to make it stop glitching and looking weird, which I'm happy. It turns where you can rotate and look, but when you do, it pivots the character after you cross 90 degrees. So once you go through the perpendicular line there, you flip around. That's very cool borders, apparently. And that makes sense because that just felt like easy, maneuverable grinding on a flat, not a flat, but like, this is meant to be like a wider surface, but it has a more direct route. So it's kind of like you're going, maybe you would have it as like short traversal options. Like you could keep swinging, or you could slide across and swing a different way to have different options for how you're making your way through the game. So this is a new platform, essentially, but an interactive platform, and it's a sliding platform. So you can go back and forth. Usually it switches automatically when you go in whatever direction. As soon as your momentum changes in that direction, it rotates the camera automatically. I had a lot of struggle with the camera being stuck right behind the character while it was on this. And it took me probably a couple hours to figure that out. What I also did was I implemented 2 new animations for jumping specifically on the rail. And that's a forward jump when you're going forward, and it's a backward jump when you push backwards. Now, you're not locked into the rail, which means you can easily fall off. And if you can easily fall off, that's just something to be in mind, or to keep in mind, but you can rotate a little bit, jump in a direction, go. So that's one thing. Very happy with it. Literally thrilled, actually. The jumping speed is crazy. I gotta jumping force, air acceleration. Air acceleration's huge. 25. We gotta lower that. I don't even know what those numbers are, what units those are. 25 melons, yeah. 25 melons. Okay. So, just to show, can land on the next one. You instant snap once you land on it. So, as long as the platform is going to be wide enough, you're not going to have any trouble here. You're just going to go from boom to boom to boom. And catch that. And you break up the segments, and who knows. So now we have this little this little awesome fucking thing that I made. You got it, homie. You got it. Ah, you missed it. Okay. Alright, so after I finished making that rail successfully, there was no friction, didn't look weird, I ended up kind of getting really into the idea of making it look better. Or not making it look better, but having an alternative rail. Because this straight line is cool, works for a lot of things. I could do it for certain aspects of the game, I think. I could bring in a flat, or at least a long line, like rail, essentially. And you can slide on it, but I also want curved branches that you can slide up and others that you can slide down. So, I forgot how many hours this took, but this took a lot of hours. And it's not perfect, but it's pretty much perfect to me. This, look at that. And so, the push is way too strong, but it does exactly what I was hoping. And it's way too fast. And this is way too staticky. Not sure why I didn't catch there, but that's okay. Momentum, all that. It's kind of weird, but it's not the weirdest. If I just jump and I don't move, there's a snap factor. And I have to figure out that a little better as I build this. Either way, the whole point is now I can have another way of moving. Now, what can you do on this? Like slide? You know, being able to slide? I don't really know yet. But what I can do, something like this. Can I nail this? Fuck, that was pretty off. Alright, let's try this. Nope. My goal yesterday was to basically go from different object to object to object that I have. So, swinging. Oof, almost made that. Nothing happens when you lose life right now, which is totally cool. Totally fine with that. Like, if I go to 0, it's not going to kill me or end the game or something. This is my game. I have full control over it right now. Alright, look at that. I used the vines to swing to the flat vine platform, the vine rail. And I used that. Oh, God. looks cooler in my head. Damn it. There we go. Alright. From vine to vine. Not perfect, but pretty damn close. Maybe if these things weren't so tightly packed. But working with the spline tool was probably the bane of my existence a bit. Because it's like a spaghetti mess. And I guess if I was working with like a 3D, like some of those 3D tools to actually just build it, it might just make more sense. But what am I going to do? Which leads me to the next thing. What am I going to do? This was a recap. This wasn't going to be a whole thing. I thought it would be something, but I just kind of wanted to talk about and put it on for like a very short stream. What I'm doing and what my plan is right now. I can still jump on water, and that's crucial for the gameplay, which it is not. I should introduce floating lily pads. That's kind of an easy one. And I should write stuff down too, but I usually don't. And I have the Bible I'm working on, but constantly developing new ideas on the fly. So let's see. This is... I need hazards. I don't need to build any more new assets. I can literally build this level with these 5 components. Swinging vine, the vine rail. What's this one? The curved vine rail. And that, oh god, that's going to be so cool because, I mean, I just see you being able to ride that thing and jump off of it onto another one. And the Sonic style. I guess, yeah, Sonic does it. Huh. There's a lot going on here that I'm trying to figure out. But for the most part, I'm very happy with what's going on. Throwing some skins on it makes it feel a little more real, which reminds me I want to do that right now with... No. I do wonder. I wonder. I do declare. Fade layer. No. Course? No, that's what's in front of me. Well, where's the ground? It's not that. Huh. It's not that. Come on. I should know where this is. I'm gonna rename this to curved vine. Not sure why I don't know where this is. Unless... No. Oh! It's under rail? Did I rename it rail? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. So stupid. Ground. Ground. Always opening up Xcode accidentally when I do that. I hate doing that. Okay, there we go. It's the same thing I had before, though. Huh. Oh. I don't know how to scale this down. I wish I could figure out how to scale it down. And I don't love how that friggin' looks. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how this looks. That's weird. And those are letters? That's even weirder. I think I don't know what I'm doing a little bit, which is common. All right. I don't know how disorienting that is. I don't love it. Let me... I will do this. Oh, I like that. All right. Not just my elbow cracking. What a world. That's almost a gig. Not the end of the world, but like, I was thinking how happy I am that I think I have 1 or 2 gigs on this computer. And I now realize I need a 4 gig computer again. 4 fucking terabytes. God. Alright. Import 3 to project. Cool. Materials. Wait. My assets. Import 3 to projects. That should work. Aha! Thank you. Excellent. Wait. Confused. Confused. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to import everything. Ah, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? Says my companion hard drive that lost its friend a couple months ago. And coffee's trying to kill me. You got this. You got this. Compress. Oh my god. I think I'm tired. And I do want to play a game. But I don't think I want to stream it. And I think I'm having fun doing this. And who knows how long I'm going to do this for. Shader couldn't include file. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'll still try. I have to figure out what a shader is and how that fucking changes things. Okay. Very confused about how this works. Okay. It's time for the LLM to friggin' know me. Hmm. It's chilly, and it's 3 o'clock already. And that's too dark. But it looks nice. There's no shadow anymore, and it's too dark. Hmm. Hmm. Fine. It's like, don't fuck with it. Just make your own. Fine. Maybe it's right. Maybe I don't need to try to fuck with it. I'm gonna make my own material. I'm grass test indeed. Hmm. Let's try. No, let's stick to what we're doing. Oh, that's nice. But that's not what I want to do. Albedo. I don't know what albedo means, but I'm gonna figure that out. I don't know what the normal texture means. Tessellation. Oh.